Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 62 of the Playoff Push podcast. I'm your host, Jack Dobbins, and today I'm joined by a very special guest, five-star running back in the class of 2028 from the Pennington School, Tahmere Brown. How we doing?
Bro, I'm good, Jack. How are you, bro? I haven't talked
All,
to you. Wow.
yeah, man, it's all good. Great talking to you. Had, Keon, the guy who you learned from your
Ah,
freshman year on a little bit back,
yeah.
so it's nice to get you on.
I love Keon, man. I love that guy. It's like an older brother to me. I would look up to him, but that's my guy, bro.
Yeah, that freshman year was fun watching you and him in his senior year. Now he's at Albany, hopefully
Yeah.
getting some nice reps next year. So we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
But let's just lead off, man. You were named first team All Maple just a few days ago. And now, you finally posted to the Instagram. Everything's great on that. How does it feel to
Yeah.
be recognized like that?
Honestly, it's like a major goal of mine, and I've been working so hard for it all year, and I'm like striving to work for more also.
So many first teams on Pennington too, I believe. You got
Yeah.
AJ on there. I think Ian was on there. Bryce, both Bryces. Just like
Yeah.
a ton of guys. How does it feel to have that team around you, really helping you push forward?
I felt amazing because all we did at practice and in the games also was push each other and like encourage each other and always lift each other up. And we were always there for each other so we could strive for greatness.
And you've really been able to push forward in this Pennington offense. One of the top rated players nationally, number 33 overall, the number two running back in your class. How have you been able to, handle the kind of hype and expectation, and how do you think you'll continue to carry it?
Carry it how I've been carrying it this whole time. Staying humble, keep working, keep my head down, and work for more.
How do you think that your game really helps you do that?
My game helps me do that. I'm always able to like learn new things, and I'm like a coachable player.
Yeah, Pennington has a very strong coaching staff. Obviously, Coach
Yeah,
Mike doing a great job. You got all your great assistant coaches. How have
yeah.
they really been able to help you fix those, not even flaws, because obviously you're a five-star, but like really help you hone it?
They'd be able to help me at practice, just like practicing over and over and over again what we need to do, how we need to do it, and how it has to be. Working one-on-ones, also like with our individual groups, also just working with the guys again, back to what we were saying earlier, working with the guys and pushing each other, that also really plays a major role and that really helps us and me specifically to better myself so I can be that guy that they're like, oh yeah, we could depend on him to do this and that.
A lot of coaches have really been able to talk about your game specifically, mentioning a one cut explosiveness, kind of one cut and then you're gone. Do you model
Yeah.
your game after any specific back who you think uses the same kind of burst?
Okay. So I've been asked this question before and I've been thinking about it, even with my dad. We all think that I resemble Jameer Gibbs. And I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
There we go. Got him on one of my fantasy teams, so that's kind of nice.
You do? I do too. I
There we
actually do.
go. There we go. What about him specifically? What do you see in him that you think you see in yourself?
Just like the way he's able to flip that gear from like patient to, right there and hit that hole and explode for like 40, 50 yards. It may not be a home run, but he'll get the yards that his team needs. And also like just like how he is as a player, like how he lifts his team up and how he never gives up and he always just keeps going. And he always has that next play mentality.
What would you consider to be your best attribute in terms of the overall structure of the way you play on the gridiron?
My speed, but also how I'm able to be coached. You need to start making people miss, which I do actually. And yeah, I can't just keep trying to outrun everyone because eventually someone's going to come that's the same speed as me, and I'm not going to be able to outrun. So I'm going to have to make them miss. So that right there is a primary example. Work on this offseason and next season. Well, you guys will see a little more of me making people miss.
How does helping both sides of the ball help you improve? I know you play, some slots at linebacker, some at DB. How do you think playing both sides of the ball really helps your overall structure?
It keeps me in shape. It keeps me locked in and like focused more to where like I always know my job and what I have to do right then and there. Okay, this is the play. This is what I have to do. This is how I'm going to do it. This is how I'm going to dominate it.
Does playing defense help you learn those defensive schemes so you can better use it on offense to manipulate them?
It does a lot. So I've noticed this year too. We were playing the Hill School. And while I'm at linebacker as a running back, be able to read myself, even though I'm not at that position, and just know like this is what their intention is. This is what they're going to try to do. So then I have to do XYZ.
It's a lot of mental gymnastics when you have to look at, what the defender is doing and how you can get around it, but then actually have to go to that defensive position and do it yourself. It's a lot of work.
It is, but I like it. I really love it because it just helps me overall. It keeps me like narrow-minded.
Because
You
Pennington's a very, small team, but it's a very strong team. So they really encourage that double side of the ball from what I've seen. A lot of guys do play both sides, whether it be O line and D line or a skill
know?
position and, one of the more outer defensive spots.
Yeah, we do. It may not be a lot of us, but we will punch you in the mouth, you know. We will start that game off strong. That's what I love about us. We're always strong. We work together, so it's going to be even more challenging for like other teams to stop us and stuff like that.
Do you do it based on like position groups? Like, do you work with the running backs and the linebackers, or just the running backs, or overall as a team? What does it go like?
You know me. I'll go wherever Coach Mike needs me, man.
There we go. There we
You know
go.
it. Well,
That's the right answer.
I'm in every group, you know. Wherever he needs me, I'm there. Any group he needs me to go on, I work with every group. So in case they need me to go on the field anywhere, I'll go there, you know?
That was the right answer. I like that. What's the biggest challenge that top level recruits like yourself deal with that, most people don't really see? They just see the flashy 4 or 5 star. What do they not see under the surface?
I feel like they don't see the hard work and effort that we put in. They don't see the criticism we get for being the 4 and 5 star. You got people on the internet or people in your ear around you be like, he's not even that good. Like it should be me. Like it should be me. It should be me. I don't know why it's just him. He's not really that good. But I personally just use that as fuel. Well, you think it should be you instead of me? Now I got to show you why it's me instead of you, you know?
Exactly.
Because that's just a competitor and me. Well, you think it should be you? Well, no, I think it should be me, and it's going to be me. Or in my head, in my book, it's going to be me because I work hard for this. I do this so I can get this out of it, you know? I'm going to continue to be humble and work so I can be better.
I love
And then,
this theme. I love this theme. This is amazing. What's something about your personality that you don't think the recruiters really see, or the fans really see, or even the haters? What do you want people to know about you beyond the football player?
I'm really like a funny guy, like a nice kid. If like people really got down and sat down and to know me off the field and all that, even in school, like you'll see it in school. I'm just a kid who wants to learn, who wants to be around like his friends and just hang around. I always want to do good for the community, one, and then I also always just want to give back. So like where I go home, I just chill with the kids from my little league team. You know, I work with them sometimes. Like, I help coach them. I talk to them all the time. Like those are my youngins. You know, even now, like my friends that I grew up with, that right there, man. You know, I really want them to see that.
Yeah, beyond the football player, you're just a guy like all the rest of the high school kids around the nation. And
Yeah,
that's
just
a
like
good
all the
thing.
rest
That's
of
something you
us.
need to embrace.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to embrace more. I just be in my world. Football's my world. Just be hanging around my friends. You ready to do it?
I've been around you guys enough to know
Yeah.
how it goes. With the offers you do have, it's a crazy list, man, for a sophomore. Miami, USC, Florida State, Florida, Oregon. Oh my God, so many more.
Yeah.
What are
Mhm.
like the top things you're looking for when you help narrow down your choices between all these amazing schools?
What I want to look for is just like a team that I can build a bond with and automatically like click with. We're going to be competitive. Well, don't get me wrong with there. We're going to be competitive, but I don't want it to be no like hard tension in the team. I want there to be good team chemistry, a good coaching staff, like where I could go to a coach about anything, be like, hey coach, I want to work better on XYZ. Can you help me better my craft on this, that, and this? Just being around good kids, good people, and a strong organization.
Yeah, something that feels like home, something that slides you right
Yeah.
in there and you feel the immediate sense of being able to be like, hey, I can win here. I want to win here. I want to win with these guys, and I'm going to do whatever I can to make it work.
Exactly. That feeling of belonging, you know, yeah, that right there. That's it right there.
Because when you see a lot of these guys with these high offers and they end up, sometimes they'll go, down to like a bit of a smaller school. People are be like,
Yep.
oh, you had the Georgia offer. Why didn't you go to Georgia? It's like, well, maybe I
Exactly.
felt better with the guys at the school I want to go to.
Exactly. That's exactly how it is. And they don't I feel like people don't know how young men as such as myself, athletes think, and they always think, oh well, he got this. So yeah, he's gonna take that. I want what's best for myself and my family. That's the biggest thing you really got to think about when it comes to that. Also, am I going to be in a good position, and is my family going to be in a good position?
Exactly. You want the people that you can turn to, be like, hey, I want you to be, the groomsmen at my wedding and all that fun
Yeah,
stuff. You want to make sure
yeah,
you grow bonds with these guys and they'll help push you to be the best and they get the same from you. You want that
exactly,
spider web of a connection.
exactly. That's exactly what it is right there, Jack.
One school I left out in the offer sheet is, of course, the school that I attend, and I have to bring it up. You went to the whiteout game. Obviously, after that, a lot of stuff happened. I'll be very real. But what stood out to you during that visit, and even with the changes that have been going on, what's your view on the program for now?
What stood out to me during that visit, how those guys work together as a team and stay strong throughout any and everything. With coach leaving, with people transferring in and out, them being able to stay strong and just work. That work ethic that they have right there and that team bond that they have in that locker room, also, I love it.
How was the atmosphere from the field of the whiteout in Beaver? Like, I want to know what it looked like from an athlete's perspective.
Bro, I got there. I'm not gonna lie, I was so amazed because as a young kid, I'm finally living my dream and I'm getting to make my dream come true. And it's like it's so amazing, beauty in the making.
It's like, wow, I'm really, I'm making it. I'm making it happen.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly how it like exactly. You couldn't have said it any better. It's exactly how it is.
Your class is loaded too. I mean, the class of 2028, you got a ton of talent in there. One of the guys
Yeah.
you got Jet Harrison. Like that's Marvin Harrison Jr.'s brother. That's a dog.
One thing I want to tell you, I actually played with Jet
Really?
on Little Quakers. Is
There we go.
We played together.
So many great ball players. What are you going to do to make yourself stand out among all these, crazy talented guys?
One thing I want to do to make myself stand out again, just work hard, show them my work ethic and how much I put into it, and instead of just sitting around, just not doing anything, not going to the weight room, not hitting the field, not working with guys to get myself better, just moping around all the time. Nah, I don't do that. I work. That's what I plan on keep doing so I can show like next year they'll be like, yeah, this kid works. He wants it. Yeah, this is what I like to see. And
Exactly.
then that's right. That right there. That's how I want myself to stand out. I want coaches to be able to look at me and be like, well, dang, he did this his first 2 years, and now he's doing even more crazier stuff that we've never seen before. Oh, I want that kid.
I want that kid on my team. That's what you want to hear. Honestly, I don't even know if I need to ask my final question. I think we already have the answer to it. It was gonna be when you graduate from Pennington, what do you want your legacy to be? But I think I know the answer to that. I think it's work and make it happen.
Work, make it happen. And a dream I always have is being able to make it and help my mom out. Just provide back for my family. My biggest dream of all, make it to the NFL.
If you're gonna make it there, you gotta dream it. You gotta push for it. You gotta think every day, that's where I want to be. That's how I'm gonna get there.
Like another thing, my parents, I love them to death. Oh, they would be through the thick of the thin, my right and my left. I can't go anywhere without them. I love them so much. They help me so much, like keep me focused on everything and keep me out of like any trouble and all that.
That's always the dream, If you're gonna be an athlete, if you're gonna work, you always want to give back to where you came from. And that's
Yep,
what you love to see all the time. You see all these crazy initiatives from the NFL ball players, MLB, NBA, all that. And they
yep.
always want to do that. They always want to give back to make the place they came from a better place. And I love that you're looking forward ahead
That's
to that.
exactly what I want to do. Make it. I want to make what I grew up having. I want to make it better for kids growing up in that same environment that I grew up. And then I just want to sit back and look at it like, dang, I used to play here. I made it, and then I made it better. I made the place better than what I had when I grew up. I want to leave it better than what I left, how I left it. That's what a lot of people say. Always leave something better than what you left it as.
That's going to finish it here. Episode 62 of the Playoff Push podcast. Any final words before we sign off?
It was a pleasure being able to come on a podcast, Jack. I really appreciate you reaching out and like inviting me onto the show. It was like it's an honor. We got to bond ourselves and like we're friends. It's just like thank you so much.
Absolutely, man. Christmas break's coming soon. We'll get there.
We'll get I'll see you
Absolutely,
then.
brother. Woo, that's going to do it here. Episode 62. I'm your host, Jack Dobbins. Thank you very much for listening and have a great rest of your day.